Mickey. This movie was a disappointment, and I say that with a grain of salt because it took me about 3 or 4 times of watching this trailer to even know what the movie was about. Not to say that I couldn't grasp it because it's common sense, but I'm sure y'all understand trying to watch something but it doesn't catch your interest, so you're not really paying attention to it to comprehend it. So the last time I watched the trailer, I actually paid attention to it. I'm like, oh, okay. It started off interesting. Mickey, he owns this loan shark money, and it's this company, or you can call it a cult, because that's what it is. They kept on showing this symbol that was a representation of a secret society. But anyways, you join this organization to be a scientist for the organization or whatever position you qualify and you apply for. Basically, Mickey owned this loan shark money that he knew he would never be able to repay. So he decided to join this organization that goes outer space so he can still live and be unharmed and keep from getting himself killed. So Mickey applied to be an expendable, and an expendable is someone who gets experimented on to help the betterment of humanity. So if it has to do with experimenting on someone to cure cancer, then that's what they do. And he dies throughout these experiments, and they have this machine that can clone people. So whenever he dies, he just ends up getting cloned. So it got to the point of him being number 17, the 17th clone. And it's funny because after I had watched the movie, I wanted to look at reviews or breakdowns of it on YouTube. And I didn't really watch any, but just within the thumbnails and the captions of the videos, some people have theorized that there was a Mickey 19. And not everyone can see deeper things, or it could just be my imagination. But when they were doing like the image narrations between chapters and the different phases that Mickey and the whole organization were going through, they were showing the number 17 flipping to 18 because eventually Mickey got stuck in this cave that these outerworldly creatures called the Creepers helped him get out of. And so he walked back to the facility of the organization, went to his room, and that's when he came across Mickey 18 laying in his bed. So they would show the number 17, then flip to 18, but it looked like there was a number 19 in between the two as they flipped to 18. Like they were trying to hide in plain sight that there was a number 19 Mickey out there. And I'm not surprised by Mickey's love interest because they keep doing it in every single movie. They keep making couples interracial, which I'm not against because I'm not on no Dr. Umar stuff. It's all about who you truly have in your heart and have a genuine like and then love for. And if that's who you want to choose, then that's all that matters, as long as you're not hating your own race and hating your own self just to be with someone outside of your race. But I'm just like, okay, here we go again. We still live in a world where people are going to be with their own race because that's a part of life. Life is supposed to be balanced, so it's not supposed to be completely interracial, and life is not supposed to be about the same race only being with one another. There has to be a balance. So it's like y'all can depict that too in these movies. Y'all can depict two Mexicans together. Y'all can depict two black people together, and it not be toxic. It actually be a healthy relationship within a same race relationship. You can depict two white people together. They don't have to make everything interracial. Like, stop with the agenda because it's not going to happen. And then her character was strange and her character was a hoe. Like, why you trying to have a threesome with both of the Mickeys? I'm like, I'm about to fast forward to close my eyes because it looked like they both getting ready to suck on her tits at the same time. And no thank you. Like, where did this come from? At first, we were mainly depicting how Mickey keeps being recreated and experimented on. And then we got to this orgy. We got to this gangbang. And like towards the middle end of the movie, it just made no sense at all. It was focusing solely on the creepers. And I'm like, what? How do we go from this plot being about Mickey to y'all showing 20-30 minutes of these creepers running around, and it's just straight up boring, gets to the points. And I'm really surprised and kind of impressed at how many of our minds and spirits are in sync right now. Like the founder, creator, or just whatever leader of the organization, the guy who was in a relationship with that lady, and as soon as they go in the lunchroom, all the employees are applauding them and praising them, and they stand up on the table and everything so they can be praised. His character straight up reminded me of Donald Trump, and he don't look nothing like him. It just kept giving Donald Trump. And like I said, when I was considering looking at breakdowns and reviews, people had even mentioned that in their captions or thumbnail. Them big old cookie cutter teeth was getting on my nerves. Then he kept on scrunching up his face throughout the whole movie, like his wife that's attached to his hip every second smelled like a sewer or rotten fish. Like, can you fix your face, please, sir? Their characters were very pretentious, and they had God complexes, and they were just very weird. This was a weird movie, and I'm not one to call things weird because I'm an outcast. But yeah, like I said, even the other videos that people were reviewing or breaking down of this movie had even said that this movie is it's weird, and not in a good way. But back to Mickey's love interest. I honestly like her. I liked her in Blink. My mistake, guys. I mean Blink twice. I like her as an overall actress. But I don't want to call her character strange. It was just eccentric. Like, she's this badass, tough chick who's like their number one soldier, but she did not hesitate to sleep with both Mickey, 17 and 18, at the same damn time. I'm like, sis, you doing too much. You doing too much, girl. Like, who are you? Who do you want to be? Are you just everything? Are you just a free spirit? Yeah, her character kind of threw me off. And the sexualization they were semi trying to make out of this movie. Because the other female character was trying to choose up too. She done caught him in the act. She like, you can't have both Mickeys. You got to cough one up. Like, y'all is real horny in outer space. Yeah, this movie was lacking. It started off good concepts, but then it just didn't make any sense. And it was a long-winded depiction of the creepers. Like, we get it. They exist. They're alive. Y'all are trying to take their DNA to experiment on it too. End of story. Like, why are we stuck on them for 30 minutes? And the characters were lame. I really don't know what message they were portraying. At the end of the movie, they destroyed the cloning machine. I mean, as deep as I am, I couldn't even really get much out of this movie. Like, what are y'all trying to say? Don't clone people? Scientists and secret societies, whoever, they're trying to clone people. Let's not do that because it can be a hindrance. It can cause further problems. Like, what was the point of this movie? It made no sense. Like, I guess we can say the point they were relaying is, let's stick to the nature of things. Let's not do things like artificial cloning. But a little too late as far as the movie, because Mickey not even really Mickey. He the clone. He number 17. So let him knock somebody up. It's going to be a bunch of half human, half artificial babies running around. That's Mickey 17, y'all. Like, comments, subscribe.